So, Andrew, tell me about your pick of 2022.
My pick is probably the most bonkers amplifier I've ever seen. It looks like it's been thrown together out of a parts bin from sometime in the 1960s. It's got all sorts of strange shaped controls and dials and meters and all sorts of things all over it, but it sounds amazing.
Why the bonkers, though? Why have they gone for all this stuff?
The bonkers list, I'm told, is there because it shows the flow of the signal through the amplifier. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. But it's got a volume control which is sort of cut away and has got gears behind it, which drives a strange sort of display, which is a sort of rack and pinion like you find on a mountain train. It's got sliders and knobs and a funny hook-shaped thing which switches it for AV use, and it's also got a pair of meters flicking away on the front of it.
All of which things are perfectly charming, but I bet none of them are why you actually picked it as your pick of 22. So what is it about this amplifier that delighted you so much?
Well, I did pick it for sort of that reason because it just shows a company that's willing to do something completely different. I mean, HiFi Rose is a Korean company which most people who are aware of it will be aware makes lots of streamers and network players. And this is their first amplifier. But rather than do just a Me Too amplifier, they've done an amplifier that is completely unlike anything else on the market. It's all analog, it's purely stereo, it's got 4 amplifiers in it. So you can use it to bi-amplify your speakers, or you can bridge the amplifiers together to make it even more powerful. You can filter to the amplifiers, so when you're running a pair of speakers, you can filter out all the bass for when you connect to the treble part of the speakers. It's just been well thought through.
All analog. Who do you think is the ideal person to put this piece of kit in their home and absolutely love it?
This is an enthusiast product without any doubt. Obviously, coming from a company that's got all these streamers and digital products, it's designed to be used with one of their streamers, of course, yes. But it's also got a phono stage for a turntable, but not just an ordinary phono stage, one where you can adjust just about every parameter in it with little knobs on the front. But then, as well as being analog, it's also got a network connection, and we all went. Network connection. Yep. There's a connection there because you can control the amplifier with an app. So it's all analog, but it's controlled by an app on your iPhone.
That's a lovely kind of twist at the end of the plot, isn't it? To have that
Yeah.
feature on it, which kind of modernises the whole thing. Obviously, it is for audiophiles who love their audio, but is it also for nerds? Is it complicated to set up, or is that easier than you might think?
It's dead easy to use, but then you can start playing with all those different knobs and sliders and faders and God knows what else it's got on it, and set it up absolutely as you want it. There are switches hidden around the back, there are switches on the front. You can do whatever you like with this amplifier, really.
This is your pick of 22. Can you see it being beaten in 23, or do you think this is a piece of kit that you will admire for a long time to come?
Well, I doubt we'll see anything this daft this year, but there's constant development going on in amplifiers. But this is just a company that's chosen to do something different. I'm sure there'll be a lot more conventional amplifiers coming out, which will be very good, but probably not at this kind of level. I mean, this is it's an expensive amplifier. It's £6,000, but it's an amplifier for everybody really that can afford £6,000.
Thank you, Andrew. So there you go, Andrew's pick of 2022, the HiFi Rose RA180.